Alex, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you recall. But on this podcast in the past, in one of the two full episodes that I've listened to of this show after the fact, I've listened to exactly two. You can guess what they are once the cold subsides and this becomes a regular open. But in one of those episodes, you said, and I feel like this can't be true, but the fact that you even said it means it's at least like kind of true, or like has been true for a while. You claimed in a somewhat recent episode that I've not done a rant on this show, that I have not ranted on the Detour Ahead podcast. This is a claim that you made. This is something that you surmised.
Okay.
So I can't take that kind of heat on my reputation, Alex. So I've got a fucking rant for you, okay? This came up today, and literally I didn't even interact with it for like more than like 2 seconds, and I became like violently fucking angry and just like wanted to grief in Minecraft all the people involved. Fucking
Does this make you a rant?
It does make me a rant. So,
Continue.
so the rant here, the topic of this is fucking self-righteous bullying.
Okay.
Okay? So there's this very common thing that I've started to notice around internet circles in the past couple of years. Like, it was not as prominent like many years ago. It's definitely something that has rose significantly in these past couple of years in a very jarring sense, where concentrated bullying efforts will be afflicted, and they'll be done under the pretense of like fighting for some good cause. Like some like stupid dumb bullshit, where people are just going around like harassing people for no reason, and because there's some sort of like little woke moralist reason why, everybody thinks it's super cool to do. Like the most obvious like pop culture example in recent times would be the whole Twitter blue check mark situation, where suddenly it just became okay to completely disrespect people and bully them and harass them, and just completely devalue them as a human being in their entirety, because they paid for premium services on an app that they use regularly. Completely fucking stupid. And even it's not even because I don't care when people bully people, but it's the fact that people feel good about it. They feel like they're doing something right. They feel like they're doing God's work by bullying these people because, oh, they gave Elon Musk their $8 and Elon Musk is bad. So we're gonna bully them and we're gonna feel good about doing it. It's gonna make us proud. We're gonna be so proud of this community because we spent our time going around to people with blue check marks on Twitter and sending them Lord Farquaad memes. We're gonna feel like heroes because we did that. And the example I saw today was some like fucking ragtag guy on YouTube put out this fun little Scooby-Doo cartoon that he made. He made a fun little stop-motion Scooby-Doo short. I think it had something to do with Five Nights at Freddy's. I didn't even watch it because I just saw this on Twitter at work. Somebody made this, but like the actual content of the thing is irrelevant. Somebody made a cute little Scooby-Doo short that people liked and they wanted to share on social media. And the problem with it was that apparently it was found that AI voices were utilized in this little cartoon short that this guy made for YouTube for fun. Which is kind of what that shit is for. I understand the resistance to it being used on a high tier professional level, but when you're just some ragtag person on YouTube making a fucking Scooby-Doo cartoon, it's just a tool that you can use because you can't pay voice actors because you're a kid on YouTube. But people posted this little cartoon, and then suddenly there's this whole woke moralist wave of people just spewing bile at the thing and its creator and fucking anybody who would defend it because he used AI voices in his fun little Scooby-Doo cartoon. Fuck you. These people deserve to burn. I swear to God, in Minecraft and in Roblox and in all the fun MMO games that aren't real life, they deserve to burn in fire. I can't handle just this desire to spread vitriol and to feel good about doing it. Like, I understand the appeal of bullying. I'm a bully to some extent. I get some level of enjoyment out of going around to people, making fun of them, making them feel kind of bad. Not like super bad. I'm not some fucking monster, but I've definitely been guilty of making fun of people in a way that made them at least a little bit upset. But I didn't then feel like I was some sort of hero for doing that. I didn't feel like I deserved a medal for fucking bullying people. I don't think that it's some heroic act, even at its worst. Even if I was bullying the Nazis or like awful people, I wouldn't feel like I was some sort of self-righteous fucking superhero. I would just do it and I would move on. I wouldn't, and then people would call me out on it, and I'd just be like, hi, yeah, maybe I was a little mean. I wouldn't be like, no, this is an awful thing that's going on, and I'm fighting against it. I'm a fucking warrior, fighting against all this AI voices. They're stealing people's voices, Alex. How could we let this happen? It's crazy. Let's bully a kid who made a Scooby-Doo cartoon on YouTube because of it. That'll show them. That'll show the AI people that we mean business. Self-righteous bullying. It's bad. Don't like it. Welcome to Detour Head Podcast. I'm Riely. This is Alex.
Hi. So, real quick, I had to do a little bit of research when you were going on your rant to make sure you're not ranting about something that happened to you.
I did not make a Scooby-Doo cartoon, no.
If I made a
cartoon, I'd be fucking jerking my dick off about it, trust me. If I was competent enough to have made a cartoon, that'd be all I talk about for the next month. I just feel like, have you guys seen that Scooby-Doo cartoon that I made on YouTube that people saw a lot? Did you see that, guys? The Scooby-Doo cartoon I made? No. You would have heard about it in pre-production.
You didn't give Elon Musk money for the little blue check mark. That's where I thought you were going with this.
No.
You paid money and then got bullied on the internet because you got the little check mark.
No, it just made me want to vomit when I saw people
the way you were talking made it seem like this was personal, and I was like, uh-oh. So I hopped over to Twitter, and I was like, well, okay, he doesn't have the little check mark, so that's fine.
Well, you can hide it now.
I would have bullied you for that.
But I don't have it, though.
I would have bullied you on this podcast had I seen the fucking check mark during your rant.
I'm sure you would have, but like,
I would have, because it's dumb.
It's okay, it's dumb, but I don't think it's worth the effort to spend your time making fun of it. But then again, I don't think you're one of the people who feels like a superhero when you do. So you're not like the problem here. But the people who do this feel like they're doing some sort of service to humanity because they're dunking on Elon Musk. Nobody cares. Like, it's like anything else. People pay for subscriptions on fucking everything. It's just, they gave a service where it's like, oh, you can do longer tweets, and you can do this and that, and there's fun little premium benefits. I think it's stupid. I personally wouldn't pay for it. I don't think anybody should. And I think the more that Elon puts stupid shit behind it that should be free, the more pissed off I get. But I don't take that out on the people who just choose to spend their money to have access to these premium features. Like, it's just, I think it's dumb on Elon's end, but I don't think it's to be blamed on the people who choose to purchase it, because it's at the end of the day, it's just premium features for an application you use, and some people are going to look at those premium features and be like, yeah, I would like those, and they're going to buy it.
It's just a it's still just a status symbol, but it just means that, hey, I have $10 more than you do. Like that's it. That's all it is I have
But it's
$10 more
not.
than you
The
do.
thing is, the blue check mark comes with it. Or at least now they're letting you hide it. But before it was just like, you bought Twitter Blue, it came free with your fucking Twitter Blue, the fucking blue check mark. And like I said, it provided premium features. People just wanted to pay for premium features on a service, and they became the target of endless harassment. And endless fucking jerking each other off about the harassment that they're doing.
Yeah, that's fair. That it makes sense. There's no reason to go on the internet and fuck with people for legitimately no reason. But people have nothing better to do with their time.
I don't want anybody to think I'm anti-harassment. I'm pro-harassment, okay? But
harass your neighbors, harass your dogs,
it.
harass your parents, harass your partners, everybody.
Definitely harass your parents.
It's not harassment if you go after every single person. Harass yourself.
That's just how you act.
Harass yourself.
At that point,
that's how you get away with it.
Harassment is a targeted act. If you harass literally everybody, then that's just like how you act.
If everybody's harassed, nobody's harassed.
Exactly. 100% that's true.
I would love for someone to come back and be like, oh, wow, you should cancel these two. They're talking about harassing everybody.
Oh, I have so much cancelable shit out there. Alex, I thought about today. I speculated today in my head how long it would take. If I ever went viral for any reason, if I ever blew up, I thought about how long would it take to go from just being viral the normal way to, hey, did you know this viral guy is actually a scumbag? Here's 19 podcast clips where he says awful things. And I think the turnaround on that
right at the beginning of one of the Detour Ahead episodes, where someone asks you your opinion on Nazis, and you go, oh, I don't know. Their uniforms are cool, I guess.
Their uniforms are cool. That doesn't mean they're good.
It doesn't matter. It means they're cool. You said something positive about the Nazis, and that immediately puts you on a blacklist.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much shit out there because I partake in dark comedy. At the end of the day, anybody who partakes in dark comedy can be killed at any time. That's how the world works now. That, like, if you've ever said anything, you're just fucked.
Well, that's why you just don't talk anymore.
I do, but I can't not. I care too much. Like, you're capable of keeping your power level contained. I'm not.
I'm not. Well, okay. Once these two bears hop in Discord, I am. But get rid of these two bears, and I am not. I'm not.
That's the thing. You like conceal yourself in the public eye. I can't do it. I believe too much in free speech that what I think is funny and what I think is enjoyable, I will spread. I just want to make it known. I just want anybody who's ever, if you're one of those people out there, you're right now listening to all my old shit because I've gone viral and you're combing for all of the bad shit that I've said. Just know that I am the least bigoted person you'll ever meet in your life. I just think jokes are funny.
See, Riely,
I believe in equal rights for all of humanity. I want everybody to just be happy together and stop fighting because of their gender or their color of their skin or their fucking anything. I just want people to get along. I want everything that the establishment wants, everything that the people who are going to try to cancel me want, I want too. I just think that jokes are funny.
See, what you're supposed to do is say, for all of you combing through all my shit, trying to find something on me, trying to figure out who this person is who's going viral, fuck you, and fuck everybody who's trying to come at me. That's what you do. You get that out there.
Yeah, but that goes without saying. Like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, but you gotta put it on a recording. You have to have it out there on the internet of you saying, fuck you, and fuck everybody who's trying to fuck me over.
Yeah, exactly. What Alex just said. Yes.
It's how the world goes round and round, buddy. It's how the world goes round and round.
I think about the crazy state of the world all the time. And it's just like the fact that I'm just a regular guy. But like because I've said sit on the internet, I'll never escape that.
No,
Like now that it's out there, even if I deleted everything, there are certain things that are archived elsewhere that I can't do anything about. And of course, all the things that other people have archived are the worst things, so it's better that just everything's out there.
I mean, it's also if you ever wrong me, which you won't, because we love doing this podcast together. We have nothing against each other.
I would hope that even if I did wrong you, unless it was some like
you slept with like an ex-girlfriend or something.
Ah, come on.
Look,
how long? What's the expiration date on that?
We made
3
12
years,
minutes.
Would you say?
Huh?
Less than 3 years, would you say?
About that, yeah. I thought you meant how long did we go without making a reference?
No. I meant how long would the person have to be an ex before you wouldn't care anymore?
To be completely fair with you, completely honest, if you manage to get with any of them throughout my life, as of right now on this recording, I will fly down to Florida and I will give you $1,000 fucking because god damn, that is impressive as shit to go and track them down.
Bet.
That is impressive. In my eyes, that is totally impressive.
I've gleaned enough information about I've gleaned enough information about your one ex-girlfriend that I could maybe find her.
Good luck, buddy, because
I know nothing about her. She might be in another relationship now. I don't even remember her name, but I know...
Oh, she is. She is.
I know that she knows people that I also know, and through those avenues, I might be able to locate her.
I have tabs. She doesn't know about this podcast. I also haven't talked to her since 2019. Huh?
I said you got the eyes out, you got the feelers out, you're watching.
Her and Val are vague friends.
Vague friends.
Vague as in I don't actually know the last time those two talked.
Fair.
Vague as in I don't think they talk much at all.
But yeah, to finish my point, detour ahead, haha, we're never gonna get where we're going. But to finish the point, like I feel like it would literally be less than 24
reference
hours.
Our fucking show.
Yeah,
don't reference the show.
I feel like it would literally be less than 24 hours because I've made so much like edgy internet comedy that like if ever I did something that was just like really special and it like blew up in like a newsworthy sense or like a big enough meme sense that people are around talking about it. Although I guess maybe Breaking Bad DS is proof that that's not true, but I don't think that was quite a big enough scale. If it was a little bigger than that, I think like for real.
What do you mean not big enough scale? That's 500,000 views.
500,000 views, sure, but like I'm talking about
like 500,000, homie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about that's nothing on the internet.
That's like compared to other shit. You don't have the sub counts to account for it.
No, you're right. I know, but I'm talking like
in perspective.
I don't think I'm newsworthy because of that.
Oh, newsworthy. You'd have to like go beat the shit out of Markiplier and put it up on your YouTube channel to be newsworthy. And even then, the news won't even cover that. That'll just be all over.
Or even just like something blows up on like TikTok, because like whenever something gets TikTok attention, that always gets like ridiculous views.
But like you're talking like running a KKK rally in your backyard and inviting everybody through Twitter. Like you're talking massive to be newsworthy, to blow up that big. Unless I'm like overestimating.
Yo, what's up, Twitter.com? Come on down to the Ku Klux.
The Cool Kids Club.
The Cool Kids Club, but with K as like Mortal Kombat, because that's cooler.
Are we just gonna say a whole bunch of things out of context this entire episode so we can just
we're just gonna this is the most cancelable episode of Detour Ahead.
Just name the episode Take Everything Out of Context, please. Please take everything out of context.
I'm gonna name it the most cancelable episode of Detour Ahead.
There you go. That's fine. Go ahead. Take all this shit out of context. Go ahead.
What's a good iconic person who got canceled image for the thumbnail? Like I've already done the Colleen Ballinger one. I can't do the ukulele thing. What is a good when you think of somebody being canceled, what is the image in your mind? Like what big cancellations are there that I could base the thumbnail on?
I'll work on it.
Okay,
Well,
we'll
I
cook. We'll
won't work
cook.
on it because thumbnails are your department there, but
You could help a
I'll
little
figure
bit
it
on the
out.
creative if I ask you about it prior and we try to have a you like, oh, that's your job, bitch. Fuck you.
Hey, I gave you a good idea for 40 something. For 40 something, all right? All right, this is in tandem. It's fine. We'll work on it.
Okay, okay.
What did the one separate but equal?
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Separate but equal,
Keep it
baby.
on theme. Keep it on theme.
Keep it on theme.
Will this episode get taken off YouTube? Stay tuned. Just let's not talk about any of our opinions on OJ Simpson, okay?
Why
No,
would you?
no, 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 nobody wants to hear our opinions on the juice.
Why did he do
We
something?
can't.
Did he
We
do
can't
something
talk
new?
about.
Did he
We
fuck up
cannot.
again?
We can't talk about the juice.
Does YouTube not like the juice?
The juice. Okay, so first of all, I don't know if you heard, but OJ Simpson actually went through a pronoun change. They're going by they them now. So when you talk about them being the juice, you can't talk about that on YouTube. Because the thing about the juice is that they like control the media. The juice does.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm
You
shamelessly stealing this joke. This is not my joke.
I'm
the,
sorry. You're really losing me with this joke. I can't
the
keep up.
juice, Alex. Think about it. Think about the sounds that I'm making with my mouth. The
Oh,
juice.
what? Come on. God. All right.
Yeah, like OJ Simpson. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
They're a real problem. Oh
My
boy.
fucking YouTube. You know, I don't. If my YouTube gets flagged for this shit,
This is
you
literally what Dick Masterson got banned from YouTube for.
what? Talking about the
The
Judaism and
juice.
shit.
The juice. No, this exact joke that I'm doing. I told you it was stolen. It's stolen
From
from
the
Dick
YouTube
Masterson.
channel. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Continue with your
It's fine.
little
Listen,
fucking joke.
it only got him banned because he had 3 other strikes already. So at worst it'll get to a strike. And we're also too baby of a podcast for anyone to care most of the time. Although sometimes the YouTube bots are just like they don't like you that day because I do have warning when you get your first strike ever on a channel. It counts. It's like a warning shot, and that you don't have any consequences. And I now have, but it stays forever. The warning, because
Where
then
do
if
you
you
see the warning? Where do you see if you
um
have warnings?
on the front page of YouTube Studio. You probably don't have any. But the warnings, you get one warning and it stays forever. And then from that point, if you get a strike, you get a strike. And then there's consequences. And then the strikes fall off after a certain amount of time. But the warning never falls off. I now have a warning on Riely and Friends and on the Issue Crew.
I'm not seeing it.
The Riely and Friends warning was literally because of a Monkey Jones re-upload. And I then promptly deleted all of those that I had on my channel. I just had because Monkey Jones got completely banned from YouTube, so there was about a lot of re-upload efforts, and I just had a couple of his Let's Plays uploaded to my channel unlisted. And I guess there was some spicy content in an episode of Minecraft that him and his friend Biggs did because it got banned for hate speech, and so now I have a warning on the Riley and Friends channel because I had re-uploaded content. The issue crew warning was just because Kathy said something bigoted, and we got banned for hate speech, probably rightfully.
Interesting. I believe I don't have any strikes on the YouTube channel because I'm not finding anything. So
The thing is, I feel like hate speech should be allowed if everybody else around it's making fun of it.
Yeah, but someone
Like, none
could
of us
come to your
agreed.
YouTube channel and get mad about it.
None of us agreed with her. She said it. We're like, you're stupid, Kathy. That's wrong. That's incorrect.
Yeah, that is fair. That is a little wonky. But, you know, YouTube bots are dumb.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's true.
YouTube bots.
The thing is, like, it also, I think that episode got targeted just because we talked about like targetable subject matter to an extreme degree. I don't want to replicate it here because then you're going to be like, no, you're doing it here, and now we're going to get in trouble. But there was a large frequency of a certain name, a certain name that applies to a certain man.
Hitler.
Yeah, that one.
Go ahead. Look. Just we're not gonna go all out. I don't care. This is
Yeah,
this is a
that's the guy.
podcast,
We won't say it
and
again. But yes,
I will fight for free speech on my goddamn YouTube channel. If you
there
don't
you
like it,
go.
go somewhere else. Hitler.
Yes.
Go
Oh, God.
go fucking somewhere else. If you don't
No.
like it, go somewhere else. Don't come to my YouTube channel if you don't want to hear this. If you don't like free speech, you won't like my YouTube channel.
You see, I have like an intense fear of this because of the warnings that I have, but like also it's based and you're epic for it. But
I don't care. I'm gonna forget about this entire thing. Probably
and then
by
it's gonna
tomorrow.
go up on YouTube like
By the time it goes up on
and get
YouTube,
banned for hate speech immediately, and you're gonna be like, oh
you
no.
What? Explain to me what hate speech is on here.
That's true.
Explain.
None of us have said hateful things at
hate
all.
speech. You cannot ban words. You can ban certain words.
That's true. There are certain words you can
ban
ban.
a name. You can ban slurs.
But anyway, it's not that the name is
said.
banned. It's not that the name is banned, but we said it like 74 times, and it was not. We were, to be clear, we were having a conversation about the time travel hypothetical where you kill him as a baby. It was a very cordial conversation. It had nothing to do with Nazism, really. We were just like, would we kill the baby version of him if we went back in time? That's the conversation we had.
Look, I am a big free speech non-activist because I don't do anything about it, but I will fight for my right to talk however I want.
But the thing is, you don't get banned for that. You can say that name as much as you want to in theory, but it's just if you say it enough, the YouTube bots will be like, okay, there's a chance this one is a problem, so let me comb through the whole thing and make absolutely sure that it's not a problem.
Fuck YouTube bots.
And then in the same episode where we said that name 85 times and made the YouTube bots target us, Kathy said something bigoted about trans people. So we got struck.
Isn't Kathy trans?
Yes, she is the trans Uncle Tom. she's Auntie Tamara.
So okay, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna.
No. But to be honest,
draw the line.
That might be what I'm saying. Might be a little bit of a misrepresentation. I'll give the academic term. She is what they call a true scum. Is the internet term, where she has like certain. She's very particular about what kinds of transgenderism she thinks are valid. She's very particular about the circumstances surrounding somebody becoming transgender validly. And there are a lot of opinions that would be considered by most reasonable people bigoted towards the transgender community at large, associated with her true scum values.
That's wild. We're not gonna go in depth here. I will go in depth after these bears are out of here though.
Okay.
Because I'm legitimately curious now, but I'm also going to.
I might just like, I don't know if I can explain it. I could get Kathy in here and have her explain it, but
no, not while the bears are here. Not while the bears.
No,
are here.
I meant like later. I could get Kathy to explain it.
Later is fine. Later is fine. Anyway,
but that's all I got. I filled up half the podcast. The 99% of it was me, Alex. What do you got? How have you been this week? We didn't do that yet.
I mean, I've been good, just chilling. I did the convention this past weekend. I know. Those of you who are looking, the one person, that one magical person, check the YouTube channel for exclusive Colo Chew content.
And it wasn't there.
I let you down.
Fucking tragedy. How dare you? You broke the heart of that one fan who was just truly looking forward to some sort of bonus Alex content, something like they'd never seen before.
Just occurred to me,
bonus Alex content.
It just occurred to me that I could have just used my phone. I could have.
Yeah, intuitive is what that would have been if you had thought of it a couple days ago.
Yeah. Oh well. No exclusive content. The power cord on my laptop stopped working, and I did not get any content for Alex's Big Adventure number 2. That is on me.
This was
Alex's public apology.
Small mundane adventure.
Which also means that I have to continue finding content for the YouTube channel until something else happens.
Just do videos.
I don't like doing solo videos, and I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Like, you can do them with me, but I mean, just like make videos like you were before.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been trying to come up with like good ideas, but like I don't want to do throwaway videos, and that's what it feels like I've been doing.
I like the kind of content that we've been putting out on your channel.
Oh no, I like the content. It just feels like some of the content is not up to the caliber of some of the other content.
Fuck. What's the joke?
Huh?
I don't remember the joke. There's some joke about not being up to something standards that I wanted to reference, but I'm too high to remember what it was. It's definitely some reference to like some TV show or something. If anybody knows out there what it is in the YouTube comments, it's not up to something standards is the phrase. I don't remember what it is. Somebody fill in the blank for me. I'm sure there's about 1 million ways you could finish that sentence, but maybe somebody out there will know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so no eventful adventures for you, Alex. Not even you were at a con for like a whole weekend. Is there not anything?
No.
Not even any morsel of like something maybe a little cool that happened for like 5 minutes.
I got called cute multiple times. Okay. I got a story.
Okay, we got a story.
It frustrates me to no end that my brain did not do what I wanted it to do. However, alright. So I ran into this one girl who was let's call her hot. She had hot pink hair and demon horns. And
Sounds
she was hot
already. Yeah.
She was hot. She had like 6 or 7 inch heeled boots. So it immediately made her taller than me, and I'm like looking up and I'm like, mommy.
Yes. I mean
hot pink demon girl. Alright. I ran into her on Friday night, and it is about, let's say, 1:30 in the morning. Now, I am extremely tired.
Sure.
And I let her slip through my hands. I didn't get any socials, no nothing.
You fucker. You failed.
No anything. All I have to work on is there was a hot pink haired girl with demon horns.
Fucker is the wrong pejorative,
in
by
Columbus.
The way. You're not a fucker. You're the opposite of a fucker. You're a not fucker, which is worse.
Now, listen. I wish I had like internet reach so I could like describe this person.
Find the girl. Find the pink-haired girl from the convention so that Alex can have sex with her.
No. She was cool. She was cool. We bonded over crying during Steven Universe, and it was great.
Aw, that's so sweet.
It was so sweet. I didn't do anything about it.
You fumbled the bag, my friend.
Now, this isn't the biggest fuck up of the weekend, alright?
Uh-oh.
So, her and hot pink demon girl and I part ways.
No exchange of anything, no...
The next day rolls around, I told her I was working over in the tabletop room. Not desperately looking out, but she never makes an appearance. So I go wandering, not searching, but just like because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do. And I run into her
just
again.
happened to find her, you know.
I run into her again Saturday night, and the same type of conversation happens. This time talking about Demon Slayer and how she can't finish it because it's super sad, and that we both cried when Goku died. It was great.
What?
It was the same thing. The same thing happened 2 nights in a fucking row, and I don't know her name.
No. Fuck your thing now. You just fucking casually and nonchalantly spoiled Demon Slayer for me without even thinking about it. Who the fuck is Ren Goku, and why is he dead? What the fuck?
It's a spoiler, but it's not. When you get far enough, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. They lead up to it. They basically tell you about it. It's fine.
Okay.
Feel my pain. Feel my pain that I let this super cool girl that I relate to slip through my hands, and I didn't get any goddamn social nothing. No number, no
Snapchat, made a
no
new
nothing.
Friend who was a pink-haired demon babe.
No nothing.
And you failed.
Just ghost in the wind at this fucking point. Just gone. I will never know who this person was.
Who was she?
Or who she will ever be. She's gone, Riely. She's gone. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Unfortunate.
I hope you feel my pain.
That's always like I understand.
I hope you feel my pain. Because she was hot, and she was cute. And she had a cute voice, and she laughed, and I'm still like, fuck, if I could do anything, I would go back to Saturday night and be like, "Hey, yo, you want to give me your number? You want to give me your number? You're
I don't
hot."
know if I've ever had anything quite that serious. I'm trying to think of anything. The closest I could
I'm
think
more
of.
so mad at the fact that my brain didn't even think to come up with this. Nothing. And it was the exact same conversation. When her and I parted ways Saturday night, I was like, "Hey, come and hit me up at the tabletop room tomorrow." And she never did. And it was gone. And then I left. And then it's still there. And it hurts. Just a ghost in the wind.
Yeah, this is different and not as severe, but like it definitely, I think similar feelings are associated with it. There was that one time that I still kind of think about to this day. Even though it was definitely probably nothing. It's just one of those things where I was like, why is that the response I did? Because that put me in the scenario where it could have gone somewhere. I fucked it up entirely immediately by making this decision. One time I was fucking around on Omegle, because that used to be one of Demigloom's iconic bits, is she used to fuck around on Omegle and encourage everyone else to fuck around on Omegle. And there was one night I was on Omegle and I was screen sharing with Demigloom. And decently pretty girl called me cute, and I immediately skipped her.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But you're supposed to over the internet. She was right next to me. She gave me a hug on Saturday night and said, I'll try and make it over to tabletop tomorrow. And that was it. That was it. I'm getting so frustrated and upset about this. Hot Pink Demon Girl, if for some reason you find this or anybody knows you, please, if you're out there, my name is Kolochu, aka Alex.
I'm a famous podcaster, YouTuber.
Fuck. So yeah, that happened. That's it. There's not really much else that went on.
That's fair. I'm really glad I got this out of you.
Tragedy of hot pink demon girl.
Yeah, that's a tragic tale.
I'm so frustrated now. I don't think you understand. I'm so mad.
There are plenty of pink-haired demon ladies in the sea. Okay, you'll be okay. You regularly attend anime conventions. What the sentence I just said is literally completely true. No hyperbola. There are plenty of pink-haired demon ladies in the sea.
I have another one in January.
You might find a pink-haired demon lady. Might be the same one. Might be a different one. But either way, don't fumble the bag this time. You know your mistakes. You know how to improve. You know how to grow and change as a person, or whatever the euphemism is that I've forgotten because I'm too high to remember my own joke. Improve and grow as a person. That's the joke. Okay. I remember it now.
I'm so upset. I'm still upset about this. It was tragedy.
Alex is
Tragedy.
just like, she can't even podcast anymore. She's so frustrated now at fumbling the bag that she's just sitting there pouting in the corner. She can't go on.
I am pouting because all it was just a simple question. It's like unfinished business now. I will never get that back. I will never get that back. She's just
crying now. That was a very impassioned statement.
Because I can't believe I screwed it up.
You really fumbled this bag.
It was like perfect conversation too. We bonded.
You had the bag in your hand, firmly gripped. It was in your grasp. There was no the
ball in my hand, and I was 1 yard. I was half a yard from the fucking goddamn goal line, and I slip and fall and fuck it up.
You fumbled it. You tried to do a fun kick move with the football, and you just fucked everything up.
I fucked it up right on the 1 yard line. I fucked it up. And I'm so goddamn upset about this. I don't
fucked up.
Where's my fucking, where is it?
Where's my hot pink haired demon babe? God, Jesus, the Pope?
No, where's my goddamn football app? I want to see when the season starts.
Oh Lord. Shoot me now. No football talk on this podcast. We need the issue crew. The issue crew has a constitution. The Detour head also needs a constitution. It only needs one amendment, and it's don't talk about football or Riely will end game himself live on air.
Oh shit, preseason already started. Okay.
Oh boy, so fun.
Oh, week 1. Okay. I'm not going to talk about it cuz that's also going to dox me on the team that I root for.
Oh?
Well, yeah, that would 100% dox me.
Why would that dox you?
Have I said where I live?
Oh, no, but there's only a couple of Ohio teams. Like, where you could live in a million places in Ohio and root for whatever team this is.
Okay, the teams in Ohio are the Browns and the Bengals.
Yeah. So for the entire state of Ohio, there's 2 teams.
Okay, well, week 1 is Browns versus Bengals for the first game of the season.
Oh shit, dog.
Yeah. Look, I want to get more into football. Once football season starts, fuck yeah, I'm going to be all over. Fuck it, I don't care. Fuck it.
Fuck football.
Look, the Browns aren't going to do that great this year, but I want to see a few wins. All right, I want to see a couple wins from them.
Show me some progress out there.
We're not Super Bowl material, nor will we ever be, because the goddamn league took our fucking team back in the
God damn it! Just give it a good old college try, won't ya?
Back in 2000, 2001, they took our fucking team, Riely. They took our team.
Beans, that's awful.
They took our team, and then 2 seasons later, the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, right? Correct.
Yep.
Well, you won't correct me. I believe it's the Ravens. I'm not entirely sure.
I know 4 football teams.
Anyway, so Cleveland had the Browns. And they were great. And they were fucking fantastic. And then all of a sudden, the NFL, or whatever they were back then, decided, you know what? Fuck Cleveland. We're taking your team, we're taking the Browns, and they're going to Baltimore. And they're gonna become the Ravens. And then a couple seasons later, our team, our fucking Browns, won a goddamn Super Bowl. And that could have been ours, Riely. That could have been our fucking championship.
This is what they took from you.
They took it from us. The only Super Bowl that we
took it. That was today.
Riely, we've only made the playoffs maybe 2 times in the past 20 years. They're terrible and they're garbage because they're a recovering team. No matter what, we always get shit on every fucking year. It is so fucking frustrating.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so
However, this
bad for
entire city
you.
will burn to the
Oh, I'm
fucking
so
ground.
sorry. Oh,
This
I'm
entire
so sorry to
shut up.
hear. Oh, I'm.
This entire city will burn to the ground if the Browns win the goddamn Super Bowl.
You see, personally, I'm a Patriots fan, so I speak with
Your
utmost
goddamn
sympathy when I
fuck
say
you.
I feel so bad for you. Oh, so
Are
bad.
you a Tom Brady fan? Are you a Tom Brady fan? Do you like Tom Brady?
I mean, I don't know much about the guy except he play a good football.
See, did you know he kisses his kids on the
He
mouth?
did kiss his son on the mouth, and I heard that on the Dick Show. But you know,
See, I didn't hear that on the Dick Show. I did today, but I knew that beforehand, and that's fucking weird. Don't fucking kiss your kids at all.
oh, what?
As a man, don't kiss your kids. Forehead until they're like 6, and then you're not allowed to touch your kids ever
Oh,
again.
oh no,
No
no,
hugs,
no!
just disappear emotionally. Go to work full time
That
and never
pissed
touch your
me.
kids. Don't kid 1 and kid 2 after they're 7 years old. That's it. Don't ever touch your kids. Don't kiss them. Nothing. They're not your kids after 10. All right. No more. No more. Nothing.
It's not like on the lips of like Tom Brady, but like even that's not like
I'm trying to go
the
for
worst thing I've ever heard.
extreme rants here. All right. I just went and ranted about the Browns and server muted you so I could say the city will burn to the ground. I was gonna make another reference to the Dick Show, but that could be considered hate speech. So
No,
I'll say it. I'll say it after these.
the Dick Show's radicalizing you.
Look, I've already been radicalized. It's opened my third eye. All right. It's already
thanks
I've
to Dick
been
Masterson.
radicalized. There's nothing. The Dick Show and biggest problem have shown me how to release the pent up rage built up inside me all these years. It was there to begin with. It just never. I never had an outlet to let it out. I never knew how. I never knew how to go on rants about things that mean nothing to anybody. Because you don't
Wow.
care that the Browns could have had a Super Bowl if they weren't taken away from us.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Fuck you. Football season's here and I love football. Alright?
Fuck football. Football is for losers. I made one effort to get into football and it went nowhere. And I decided at that point, like, this is for the best. I don't need to be into football.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one Browns Detour Ahead podcast, mega feed, fan podcast.
There was a project that I was in the planning stages of with a certain guy that we don't like anymore. Entitled "What is
Tom
a
Brady?
Football?" Yeah, Tom Brady. I was gonna do a podcast with Tom Brady.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure said person, aka Tom Brady, kisses kids on the mouth.
That might just be true. But the it was called "What is a Football?" and the premise was that he was going to try to explain football to me and make me understand football, and I was gonna be an idiot, and that was gonna be the point of the podcast. We did not.
Like Go My Favorite Sports Team with Markiplier and Ethan, or not
Is
Ethan.
that real?
Mark knows nothing about sports, and he brings a friend on that knows everything about sports, and they legitimately talk about it. It's called Go My Favorite Sports Team.
Okay, that's interesting. You definitely oversold it when you accidentally called the guy Ethan. I was like, wait, they have a podcast?
It's
Where
not
can I sign
Ethan.
up right now?
It's other friend. Hold on. Who is it?
I think Mark and Ethan are like legitimately like
Tyler.
a very
His
powerful
friend Tyler.
duo.
It's Mark and Tyler. That's who it is.
Do they do shit now at all?
What?
Ethan and Mark?
Not. They don't really do anything right now. I'm sure they're still friends.
No video appearances, no Ethan not been a guest speaker on Distractable.
I don't think
None of
Ethan
that.
has shown up on Distractable, to be completely honest with you. To be fair, I don't think they have many guests on Distractable in the first place.
Okay, I guess that's fair. I don't know anything about
think it's just
Distractable. I
Mark,
just know
Bob,
it's
and Wade.
Markiplier's podcast.
I think it's just Mark, Bob, and Wade, I believe. I don't think they've had anybody come on the podcast.
What if I feel like it would be the ultimate troll if they like started advertising that they were doing like they were doing the sequel. They were doing Tunis Honest, but it was actually just the name of their podcast.
365 hours worth of podcasting.
Yes, 365 1-hour podcast, and then it's over. It's gone. Gonna delete them. Unis Honest is like so contrary to my values as a person in concept, but it was still a beautiful thing. You see, I have like an intense obsession with archiving literally everything to ever exist. Like it makes me physically uncomfortable to know that the concept of lost media makes me physically uncomfortable. Like the fact that there's art out there that exists, and it's not accessible by anyone ever anymore. That thought horrifies me. I feel like literally everything to ever be created should be archived for the viewing of the people for all of time. And it is. Everybody, it didn't work. They knew it wasn't going to work. They knew the whole time. There are a million fucking archive.org links I can go to if I want to watch Unisonus.
Anyway, get ready for me to rage every time the Browns fuck up. It's going to be a weekly basis.
I'm just going to like deafen myself until I get a DM from you that you're done talking about football.
Because I'm just going to come on this podcast and I'm going to rant about how the fucking quarterback and all those other fucking players didn't do their fucking job.
We can have the Alex
really well in the first half, and then the second half they just decide to go play fucking patty cake in the middle of the goddamn fucking end zone and do fucking nothing like they do half the time. They just sit on their ass and they act like they won the game, and then they go fuck it up every single time.
I'll introduce a segment called Alex's Football Corner. And the segment will have a second alternate name, and that's Riely gets up and pours himself a Diet Pepsi time. God, how do people even watch sports? I'm into like the idea of sports.
Dude,
enough to like play sports video games and watch sports anime, but just like regular ass fucking sports. Just
you
like
gotta get into it. You gotta
watching people run around and some guys just like,
team.
oh, Jensen's running down the yard.
The Dolphins. You gotta be like, you gotta find. Okay, you want to know why I'm so into football?
Yeah, listen.
No. Legitimately, you want to know why?
I live in Florida. I am of a lineage of Massachusetts-based people. This is a Patriots household.
No. But I have a legitimate story behind it. But I want to know if you care enough to hear it.
Go ahead.
All right. So
I don't care enough about anything football, but I'll let you do it.
This is family related. Not it mentions football.
Just let's talk about it. Sure.
All right. So when I used to live in Akron, me and current house people were looking for a new place. I didn't actually think we were going to find anything. So in the month of August, I packed all my shit up and moved back in with my parents for a month. Now, because I wasn't really doing a podcast, the YouTube channel was on hold for a bit during that time. I didn't really care, and I had nothing going on. I wasn't interested in video games or anything like that. There was literally nothing for me to do. Now, because it's August, that means it's football time. So instead of sitting on my PC at home or in my room by myself, I would sit downstairs after dinner and watch the football games with my dad. And like I actually learned a lot about football and started caring because that's my dad and I bonded over watching football for that month. And like that was a few years ago, and I didn't actually know that preseason started, so I'm kind of upset I missed the first couple games. But like, it's interesting, and it also gives me something to talk about with my dad. And legitimately, after each game, him and I would call and just rant and rave about how the Browns are fucking terrible, and they just let us down every single week. And it's like a little bonding moment, and it's like the one thing that we have in common is football. Outside of the fact that my dad wants to go to a Comic-Con with me, but we'll see about that later on in a.
Oh, that would be so epic.
But like the only thing
Can
that
we
we've
get
ever
your dad to go to a Comic-Con with you and then get him to come on the podcast and talk about his experience? That would
if
be
I
the
can
most
if I
legendary
can
thing to
if I
ever
can come
occur.
out to them first, then yeah, I would love to bring him on. It would be a Rach kind of situation where we're sharing a microphone.
Yeah, I think
But
that worked out in the end. We just had to figure out the correct stance for it.
yeah, and I mean I would probably fix the laptop, take the laptop over to mom and dad's and do it there. So we could have I don't know. That's a later issue. That's probably not until maybe next season or something like that. I don't know.
I swear to
It
God.
really it
You
no
slid that right in there. You snuck that in there a little bit.
football season. Football season.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
I meant. Next football season.
You talk about going to a con?
Well, yeah, I would only want to take him to Matsuricon, the one I just went to. The other
Is that
ones
like
are a little too risque for his old ass 60-year-old heart.
no, that's fair.
Seeing fat dudes in bikinis that cover nipples and should cover a little bit more downstairs. Yeah, no, I'm not taking him to that one.
Yeah, and I just want everybody to know that I am having to multitask right now, and the reason why is a little bit humorous, folks. Now, if you're a fan of the show, you might be aware that new episodes of this podcast release Wednesdays at midnight.
The
Yes,
See You
that
Next Wednesday
the See You
podcast.
Next Wednesday podcast. Exactly. So this podcast comes out at Wednesdays at midnight. We are recording right now. It is Tuesday at 11 p.m. And I forgot to get the podcast ready and post it.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
So that's what I'm doing right now. It does not take a lot of effort. This is not a show we edit for content, so I just have to run it through some robots. But that's that's the situation right now. We'll see if it comes out on time or if it comes out at like 12:30 and somebody notices and they're like late, fake,
Anyway,
gay.
it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I would have to come out first and then come out and then like make that a whole like normal thing. It's a later problem. That's a later problem. I would love to involve my father in things that I do because he actively bothers me about going to a Comic-Con with me because it's the only thing that he has ever asked me to do, and it's the only thing that he's ever taken interest in of like outside of like going to my swim meets when I was a kid and back in high school. But like that was sports. This is like nerdy anime shit, and he's actually taking an interest in it and wants to see what it's all about. So it's kind of heartwarming a little bit. I have a few things to do before that happens.
Yeah, no, that would be legendary. I feel like part of me has always wanted to see if I could get my dad to come on a podcast. Like it would have to be like via cell phone, but like I could make that work.
I mean, you just
It would be
just tell him to download Discord and hop in the Discord. I mean,
he has a flip phone. But
oh
like
jeez,
I know how I could literally just like call the man on Google Voice, screen share it with whoever else was involved. Maybe it would just have to be me and him. I don't know. I just realized the immediate hole in my plan, but I feel like there's something I could do to make it function correctly. And if I did, I feel like it would be really interesting. But at the same time, I don't know how to like ask my dad to do that and like explain to my dad what a podcast is.
what is a podcast?
What he doesn't even know what is a podcast.
He doesn't know what is a podcast. But I would love to get my sister on this podcast too. I'm sure she listens. She
I feel
hasn't
like
updated me.
I
But
feel like I feel like we would have a lot of fun with your sister here. I feel like perhaps some bullying would occur.
100% bullying. 100% bullying.
The Alex's sister who might listen to this podcast, come on down. We gotta we gotta bully your sister a little bit. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm not making any promises on any family members coming on the podcast. No promises, no nothing.
That's fair. I gotta get my brother on a podcast because, like, he would, and he does have Discord.
This is like the easiest podcast to pull people onto. Literally, just be like,
maybe I should get my brother
what's
on
the
this
podcast
show.
about? It's about anything, whatever you want, whatever you want to talk about. Doesn't matter. I don't care. You want to talk about Nazis? You want to talk about OJ, the juice,
The juice, yeah.
anything you want to talk about. See, you like that? You like how I brought that full circle?
Yep, pretty good.
But
I love how, like, I complained about the show being too Dick Show, and then I just, like, straight up rob a joke from Dick Masterson shamelessly and directly.
You complain about it, but that's why I wanted to get it out, get all that talk out before the podcast started. So
That's true. What was I gonna say?
Are you gonna name this one Alex Cries in the Corner? Alex Pouts in the Corner?
No, this one is still the most cancelable episode. I think we've stuck to that pretty much the whole time.
I did bring it back full circle. That is fair. I mean, you have plenty of things to pull from for this, though. But
that's true. I could do a regular formless cast title, but I feel like it's more fun when I do stuff like that.
It's more fun when you just name the episodes. Like, I don't like when it's like multiple titles for what we talked about.
I like that format sometimes, because, like, sometimes formless casts are like enough that I'm like, okay, these are all like really fun topics that I want to call attention to. So it's like, okay, we did this show, and yeah, we talked about death, and we talked about puppies, and that's funny, the dichotomy of those two things. So
yeah, that's fair, but you don't want to name it kitchen appliances, football, and Alex Cries in a Corner.
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like that works too, but like not as well. But like we've done a couple of those that I like. Like, I think it was like Pokemon 5 Ford Fusions and something else. In ChatGPT, maybe. I like that title. There's another one.
All right, we're starting a little bit of a jerk off session.
It's not a jerk off session. It's just talking about title format. We're not. A jerk off session is when we're like, oh, we're so great. We love ourselves so much. Right now, we're having an argument about the format of our titles. I think that's an opposite of a self-congratulatory jerk-off session. We're prematurely stopping the orgasm. We're fucking squeezing on the dick right now to keep on theme with the metaphor. God, I fucking hate editing real. Like, I edit the Bocast, and I get paid money to edit the Bocast, so that's why I do it. But because I get paid this money, I feel this obligation, even though I feel like nobody would notice if I just put in literally no effort, just like I do for my shows, because they don't need a lot of effort. Because, like, I'm confident of the product we put out. I just use, like, truncate silence to make it flow better, and then noise reduction to maybe minimize the fucking air conditioner noise that I can't avoid because I live in Florida and it's summertime. And fuck, what was I saying?
Air conditioner.
No, before that.
Noise suppression. Editing.
Yeah, editing. Okay, there you go. But because I get paid to do the Mocast, I just feel there's this obligation in my heart and soul to put in, like, way too much effort. So when I edit the Mocast, first of all, I listen to the whole thing, which is unprecedented on any other editing that I do. I listen to the whole product at 2 times speed, mind you, but I listen to the whole thing. And the main part that takes up a lot of the time is the Mocast is very breathy. I think it's mostly on Mo. Mo's a very breathy man. He has very loud, very pronounced breaths. And I do sometimes as well. Everybody's guilty of this to some extent, but Mo Diggity is particularly bad, which I think is why I notice it on the MoCast a lot more. It's very breathy, and that kind of like that sound kind of bothers me. Like as a rant's going, and then it's just suddenly like, like it's just like the suck in. It's like that bothers me, especially when it's loud. And there's also Mo snorts, and I definitely want to get that as well. So I go around and I find all these little like tiny noises that are mostly breaths and snorts, and I silence them all. That's why I listen to the whole thing, is like so I can go around and I can find them and I can silence them all. So that the editing the MoCast takes me a couple hours a week. It's still not that much, like in retrospect, but it's just the way I set up my schedule is completely stupid, and I procrastinate because that's who I am. Like I didn't go out tonight like I usually do, because there was a situation that came up where that was not gonna happen. But so I came home and I sat down and it's like, okay, I'm gonna be. The thing is that I had been listening to the newest episode of the Dick Show, and I had like 45 minutes left in it from like when I was at work. So I was like, okay, let me log on. This is like my treat before I start working. I'm gonna log on to Patreon. I'm gonna pull up the video version and I'll finish the episode and I'll watch it on my TV, and then I will make thumbnails for Detour Ahead and edit the MoCast. But then I just got like really into the Dick Show I was watching. So once it was done, I just put on another Dick Show instead of doing the work. So what's gonna end up happening, and what's been happening the whole time, is I'm gonna have to edit the MoCast super early in the morning on Thursday, which is not as big of an inconvenience as it sounds like on first pass. Because 9 mornings out of 10, I on my own accord wake up at 6 a.m. I have an alarm set for 6 a.m., and if my body is allowing me to get up at that time, I do. Recently, more and more, it's been like some mornings my body will just be like, nope, need a little bit more time. It's like, okay, buddy, sure. But most of the time, I'm waking up at like 6 a.m. or thereabouts. So usually that happens naturally, and then I just like edit the MoCast Thursday morning before it's supposed to come out. But then if it's long enough, then I can't like do that super quick. Usually the groove recently has been like we had been keeping the MoCast an hour and a half and under most of the time, and this one is 2 hours. So although I think it did lose like 15 minutes after I truncated silence, so maybe it's not that bad. But so that one's longer. So what I was doing is so Wednesday is when I do my show Megazord Radio, where we talk about Power Rangers, and that show takes unreasonable amounts of prep time, because I hold myself to a high standard, and what I do is because I describe all the episode plots in great detail, and that's kind of the premise of the show. Instead of just using a wiki, because those are too like broad, and I want to remember all the specific shit, I take my own notes. And when I'm taking notes, I have to like pause a lot, or else I'm gonna miss a bunch of shit because it moves fast. It's a 20-minute long kids show. So it takes me like an hour and a half per Power Rangers episode to take those notes. So what I've been doing, the groove has been, I will do one of my episodes that I have to do per week. We do two. I'll do one of them either on Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and then I will do the other one on Wednesday afternoon. And how I've been handling the MoCast is I'll do my Megazord radio notes for the other episode on Wednesday afternoon, and then once those are done, in like the maybe like 1 hour, maybe a little less window between me finishing those notes and Crow Royalty hitting me up to record the podcast, is when I like start editing the MoCast. And usually I get like 25 minutes in or whatever, or like a half hour in, something around there, and then I finish it in the morning. This one is the longest one we've done in a while, so I'm almost concerned that I won't finish it on time because I was gonna do it tonight, and I was just like, the vibes just hit me. I was like, I gotta keep watching the Dick Show because I've been wanting this feeling. Like I'll sit down and I'll try to like watch episodes of the Dick Show and I'll kind of like fall out of it, or like episodes of Biggest Problem as well, and it's just like I do want to watch this, but like it's just not hitting my. Sometimes things don't hit me right. My attention span is like next. We'll go back to this later. But I was like really in the vibes, and I was just like feeling it. So I was like, no, I got to put on another one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, folks, I think we've sufficiently created a Detour Ahead episode this evening, don't you?
Huh? What's up?
I said I think we've sufficiently created an episode of this podcast this evening.
Yeah, we got like an hour and 15.
I think we're ready to start packing it up here. Alex, where can our listeners locate you on the interweb tubes?
Google Colochu. You'll find me.
Okay,
I've been trying to
cool.
shorten it, to be fair, because it's every
Make a
single.
link tree.
Nah, fuck the link tree.
Google's too broad because then they're
It's
gonna
not
find shit
too
they don't
broad.
want.
Go to Google and type in COLOCHU.
Just conform to the culture.
I
Make a
am the
link
first,
tree.
second, and third options when they show up. As far as I am concerned. Hold on, let me switch. Let me go to guest. Again, on a unsigned in account of Google, I am, if you Google Colochu, my YouTube channel, then my Twitter, then my TikTok, all show up. I am the first, second, and third thing that shows up on a guest account, not signed in. No history, no nothing on this account. I am the first one. I'm
Well, there you go.
Colochu. Y'all know me as Colochu. Just Google me. Just Google me. I'm there.
Lazy.
I did it. I am the first search result for my name, which feels great. Let's hop over to guest and type in Riely and Friends.
Wait, what?
Your YouTube channel.
Yeah? What are you saying about it?
What the? Okay, never mind. What's your
No,
link
no,
tree, buddy?
wait, no. I got confused. Why'd you bring up my YouTube channel? What was the reference you were making?
I
What were
wanted
you
to
saying?
see if I Google Riely and
okay.
Friends, what search result you would be, and you're not the first search result.
I'm not the first search result. Okay.
The first search result is, oh, here we go. Oh, you are. It's Riely and Friends. You are the first search result. If you spell Riely wrong,
well, if you spell it right, based on my birth certificate, wrong based on
Riely
whoever else.
Riely the Moose and Friends.
Riely the Moose. That could be me. I might be a moose. Maybe that's my fursona. Don't judge me. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here.
What?
Giar kind of fuck up, so now I'm paranoid. Let's hurry up. You can find me Twitter, pin tweet, link in the description to Linktree, linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. It's got all sorts of podcasts and YouTube channels and shit. My Let's Play channel, Big Guy, Little Guy, is back in full force. Me and Andrew making new content every week, except for that 1 week that we didn't. But to make up for that, now we're doing a week of daily uploads. We're making up for lost time, and we're doing it. We're doing Big Guy, Little Guy all the time, every day. Not every day, 3 days a week usually, except for this one special time. We're playing video games there. It's pretty cool. I want to give this particular shout out to Big Guy, Little Guy, because that is one of my biggest overhauled, pushing into a new era projects right now that I would like to highlight for the folks at home. But yeah, just check out all my shit, because what do you got better to do, you know? And I thank you all for listening to Detour Ahead. I've been Riely.
Alex.
And we'll see you next week.